Have you ever wondered what it takes to make an entire stadium, an entire planet, stop and stare at one person? Not just because they're famous, not just because they're part of the biggest group in the world, but because the moment they open their mouth to sing, history feels like it's happening right in front of your eyes. Well, that's exactly what happened when BTS stepped onto one of the biggest stages any artist could ever dream of. The very first halftime show in the history of a FIFA World Cup Final. And among all the legendary names sharing that stage, one voice became impossible to ignore. Jin, the man fans lovingly call the Grammy Silver Voice. Let's talk about why the world can't stop talking about what happened. The 2026 FIFA World Cup Final wasn't just another championship match. It was already destined to become historic before the first whistle even blew, because FIFA introduced something completely new, the first ever halftime show during a World Cup final. Immediately, comparisons were made to the Super Bowl halftime show. Who would deserve to perform on such a monumental occasion? The answer shocked millions: BTS. Standing shoulder to shoulder with global icons including Madonna, Shakira, and Justin Bieber, BTS represented not only K-pop, but an entirely new generation of global music. Just think about that for a second. Artists who have defined decades of pop culture. And BTS were right there among them, proving once again that music truly has no borders. As the lights dimmed and the stadium erupted in cheers, BTS burst onto the stage with one of the songs that changed everything for them internationally, Dynamite. But this wasn't the version everyone already knew. For this historic night, the lyrics were specially rewritten with football-inspired themes, celebrating the spirit of the World Cup and the unity of fans across every nation. It was familiar, yet completely new. A performance created exclusively for one unforgettable night. And then, there was Jin. Dressed in a striking red outfit that instantly caught every camera lens in the stadium, Jin radiated confidence before singing a single note. When the spotlight found him, the atmosphere changed. Then came the high note. The kind of note that can either make or break a live performance. Jin didn't just hit it, he owned it. His voice soared effortlessly through the massive stadium, remaining stable, emotional, and crystal clear despite performing live in one of the world's largest sporting events. Within minutes, social media exploded. Jin at FIFA World Cup began trending across X in the United States and numerous countries around the globe. Fans weren't simply celebrating another performance, they were witnessing another career-defining moment. People who had never followed BTS suddenly found themselves asking one question: who is that singer? For longtime fans, though, they already knew the answer. This is exactly why Jin has earned the nickname, the Grammy Silver Voice. It's not simply a fan-made compliment. The nickname has become so widely recognized that it's even documented on Urban Dictionary. More importantly, respected vocalist, opera singer, and Grammy voting committee member Lim Hung-ju has described Jin's voice as a true silver voice. According to him, Jin possesses something exceptionally rare: the ability to transition seamlessly between warm, emotional falsetto and powerful chest voice, supported by remarkable breath control and naturally beautiful vibrato. That combination allows Jin to make technically difficult singing sound almost effortless. And that's exactly what millions heard during the World Cup. No tricks, no shortcuts, just pure vocal control. What's fascinating is that this isn't the first time Jin has unexpectedly captured the world's attention during a massive international event. Many fans still remember the Grammy Awards performance of Dynamite. While BTS dazzled the audience as a group, one member suddenly became the internet's obsession: Jin. Wearing his unforgettable orange suit, he instantly went viral. The nickname, Orange Suit Guy. People who didn't even know BTS were searching online just to find out who he was. The phenomenon became so widespread that RM later talked about it during a US radio interview, laughing about how Jin had unexpectedly become Twitter's newest mystery celebrity. Years later, it feels like history repeated itself, only this time, the stage was even bigger. Instead of the Grammys, it was the World Cup Final, instead of Orange Suit Guy. The world was talking about Jin at FIFA World Cup. It's incredible how often Jin creates unforgettable moments without even trying. His talent has been receiving praise from critics around the world as well. His first solo world tour, Runseo Jin EP Tour, wasn't simply a success with fans. Rolling Stone UK awarded it a perfect 5-star review, calling Jin a one-of-a-kind entertainer unlike anyone else. Reviewers praised not only his incredible live vocals, but also his humor, effortless connection with audiences, and ability to move seamlessly between different musical genres throughout the concert. Forbes also highlighted his remarkable vocal consistency, pointing out how comfortably he handled difficult melodies and challenging high notes while maintaining impressive control across his wide vocal range. Even earlier this year, after BTS returned with their album Arirang, The Guardian specifically singled out Jin for his commanding vocal performance, saying he left one of the strongest impressions by driving the album's rock elements with confidence and power. When respected critics from different countries all continue saying similar things, it stops looking like coincidence. It becomes a reputation built on consistency. But perhaps the most touching part of the World Cup performance happened after the applause. Following Dynamite, BTS returned to the stage alongside an extraordinary lineup that included Coldplay, Shakira, Justin Bieber, the PS22 Choir, Sesame Street, The Muppets, and many more. Together they performed We Dance, the official World Cup anthem written by Coldplay. The performance wasn't simply entertainment. It carried a much bigger purpose. The halftime show was organized by Global Citizen to support the FIFA Global Citizen Education Fund, an initiative dedicated to expanding access to education and sports opportunities for underprivileged children around the world. In the middle of the stadium stood the beautiful Earth Ball, symbolizing global harmony, peace, and solidarity. For a few unforgettable minutes, music became something much bigger than charts, trophies, or records. It became hope. Afterward, BTS shared a heartfelt message through big hit music. They revealed that they had grown up watching the World Cup and never imagined they would one day perform during its final. They called it a dream come true. But what touched fans most was what they said next. They thanked ARMY. The members explained that none of this would have been possible without the love and support of fans around the world. They said they believed they reached this incredible stage because of ARMY's influence, and sincerely expressed their gratitude to everyone who has stood beside them throughout the years. Moments like these remind us why BTS continues to inspire millions. Even after reaching heights most artists can only dream about, they still choose gratitude over pride. And if you thought the World Cup was the finish line, think again. BTS had only just wrapped up the European leg of their Arirang World Tour, performing 10 massive concerts across Madrid, Brussels, London, Munich, and Paris. More than 717,000 fans filled stadiums to celebrate the group's long-awaited return. Now their journey continues in North America, beginning with MetLife Stadium, where another sea of fans is already counting the days. If history has taught us anything, it's that BTS never repeats the same show twice. Every performance becomes another unforgettable chapter. And after witnessing Jin's breathtaking vocals at the World Cup Final, expectations have reached an entirely new level. From becoming the mysterious orange suit guy, to earning worldwide recognition as the Grammy Silver Voice, to standing on the first ever World Cup Final halftime stage, Jin continues proving that true artistry isn't about chasing history. Sometimes, history finds you. So here's the question. After watching Jin dominate one of the biggest stages on Earth, what incredible milestone do you think he'll conquer next? Because if there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's never to underestimate what Jin and BTS can achieve next.